Hey, I haven't done one of these for a while now, since I think since the typhoon, and we lost our little red house and the kitchen. So I thought I would do one today because I went shopping today and I got a lot of the things that I used to get, but for some strange reason it seemed cheap to me. And if ever you go shopping and you come away thinking, wow, that was cheap, it's something to talk about. And we're just going to get rid of that. So we're actually in our little, what passes for a kitchen at the moment. It's not much. But anyway, let's move that there, and then you'll be able to see what's in the box. So, nice box from Alturas, which is always the way. Now, where did the... Right, so what we're looking at now is under 1,000 pesos. Right, so what was it? 885 pesos, which actually is quite good because, as you may know, we don't eat up here in our extension house or bedsit, and we go down and eat as a family at Beth's mum at Nana's, and everybody comes in and eats there. So all that we really want is little things that we need here. I like to eat apples, and I usually eat an apple a day at least, or 2 apples a day. That's my biggest try on fruit. But I got some bananas, and let me tell you what the bananas were. What are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bananas, and they cost 55 pesos. So if we're going to talk American, that's $1. So that seems reasonable to me. Now, I get these for Beth. She likes to eat biscuits, and these are the biscuits of the day, and she likes these. How much did they cost? No, it doesn't say. Well, it does say, but I can't see it quick enough. Leave it. So, hasn't got the price on it, that's why. So I got, well, 2, 4, 6 apples, and that was 116. So that's just over $2 for 6 apples. Guess what the price on this was? Yeah, no prizes. So that, now, I know people always criticise us, don't they always? But I got some noodles. There was a scare on pot noodles a little recently that some company that was making the pot noodles was accused of putting some kind of chemical in there. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But anyway, these packs are very, very cheap. Let me see if I can see that. The beef, they're $7.25. What's that? $1? No, what am I talking about? $7.25. So I got 6, and hardly anything. God, 60 pesos for those. So 60 cents, I should say. So I got. Beth likes to have this. She drinks this straight from the pack. How much is that? Doesn't actually say. But I also like to get these drinks. This is iced tea. Amazing, it's still quite cold. So I got 6 of these, and we drink those instead of water. There's the rest of the noodles. Now, I also got some baking soda, because if you put some baking soda on top of your toothpaste when it's on the brush, then you brush your teeth with those, and it does it does actually make your teeth much whiter. Now these people in the West don't see things sold like this, but in the Philippines they're very fond of things in sachets. So everything is in sachet. This is a drink. It's supposed to be an energy drink. It's called Energen, but it says nutritious oats cereal mixed with milk. So that mixes up into, probably got sugar. Everything has sugar. And that I drink that as a hot drink instead of, and it's chocolate flavoured, so must have sugar. This also says high in vitamin C and twice more egg. Don't know whether that's twice more egg of this place or that place or the other. That's just twice more egg. Be trusting. And that is, let me see if I can find how much that is to give you an idea. When Beth has coffee, I have that. Where is it? The Choco. The Choco was actually expensive. This chocolate drink is $1.64, which is $3. So the Fuji apples. Let me see, Fuji apples cost $2.32. So what's that? $5 for all of those apples. And the beef, they're $7.25. The drink, that little drink here is 13 pesos. Doesn't seem expensive, does it? Chocolate. Let me see, I can't see that. Now the coffee, I've got to show you the coffee. The coffee is also in this, and what is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 20 sachets of coffee. And what did that cost? $122. The Energen was 164. So, got that. I got 2 of those because I like to drink that. Now, the only thing is, if you're on a diet, just a question, a little tip. I think these are about 150 or maybe even 200 calories. I'm not really never been very good at counting calories. But anyway, that's the whole box. So I always brag about Alturas being so good at doing a box. Well, today I went into, there's 2 lines where you can get served fairly quickly. I only have 1 basket, so I chose to go into the 1 basket place, the little cashier. So I chose to go into that, and I said I'd like a box. I like a box because if you put it in a bag and then in the back of the truck, you go around the corner and everything spews all over everywhere else. So I always get a box, even though it's not that much, and then the box sits there comfortably. Well, today they said, no, you can't have a box. They don't do a box in this line. And so I said, but I always have a box if I come, and I come every week or so, and I always get a box, and there's never a fuss. What is the thing? And I told her I'm a senior. So she looked at me as if that really wasn't of any importance. And then there was a lot of talk between 4 or 5 employees, 2 people who normally do the bagging and the boxing, and so finally they decided that I could have a box. And then when I looked behind me, there's the line for seniors. So I wasn't in the line for seniors, so I was guilty of demanding something that they didn't do. So when you go into Alturas and you go into the line where it says one basket only, you don't get a box, and that apparently is the rule. I thought, senior moment, I thought I was in the line for seniors. So I argued, no, I should have a box. Come on, is it such a big decision? Is this such a big fuss? Maybe we should call the president and get a judgment call on it. Anyway, a few laughed about that, and a few didn't. And finally, as you can see, they let me have a box. And then the supervisor that had been called, who actually looked at me as if he didn't speak English, but he did. And I went over and I said, I always get a box when I come. And then he said, that's when you're in the seniors line, sir. That's when I realised I'd become the ugly American and demanded something that they didn't normally do. But they gave it to me, and they smiled, and everything was done very nicely. Whereas I know that if I'd done this in the US, or certainly in the UK, I would have been told in no mean terms that I was in the wrong line, and they would not have given me a box, and I would have had to like it or lump it. But here, because they tend not to go in for confrontations, which this would have been, I was given the box, and then it was gently pointed out to me I was in the wrong line. So, my little drama for the day. And here we are, we've got this little bit, and the total for all of this, you might think that I shouldn't be using the word all, but anyway, all of it was 885 pesos. So I no longer think really, even though I've done the simple math, whenever it's like 50 pesos for something or 100 pesos, I know that it's $2, and I'm not interested in going into the rest of this is so many dollars, so that everybody knows. It seems like a fair bit of groceries, and it seems as if the prices have stopped rising, because we have been noticing that things were a lot expensive. And when we went to Alfred's the other day, we called Alfred because we were taking a lot of people. Now, what happened there? We actually called Alfred, or texted him, and said we're coming up to visit you because our friend Paul, who is visiting from Australia, particularly asked to meet you. So we had a big crowd with us, I think 8 or 9 people. So what we did was we said it's a big crowd. He never minds a lot of people turning up. He counts it as a gift to have so many people come and see him in his home. So he said that's fine. Marie agreed to cook the rice and some of their beautiful homegrown in their garden vegetables. So that's what we did, and we laid the table out in, well, Marie laid the table out in traditional form with a big banana leaf on which the rice is all laid out with the veggies on the side. Look very, very nice if you saw the video. And to satisfy people who are always looking for fault, you say, I hope you wash that banana leaf, because I don't, and then they mention some exotic disease that you get from a banana leaf that is not washed. The other thing was that someone said, you're on their budget. Well, whenever we've been there and it's a large crowd of people, that we've taken a lot of the kids that we sometimes take around for a treat out, we take them out, and on the last occasion we'd already eaten at, I think, PP Coffee or Vedasto, and we'd fed everybody. So we went there and they were having a late lunch. So we refused lunch on the basis that we just had it and we just had coffee. And on the last little visit, people are saying, hey, you're on their budget and you're eating all their food and you're picking their food. If you look for fault, sure enough, you will always find it, even if it's not there. So having agreed with Marie that she would cook the rice, we then went out and we bought 3 barbecued chickens, which brings me back to why I was talking about buying, and that is that things have gone up steeply in some cases. Now obviously with the gas going up, that affects everybody and it affects deliveries, so therefore prices go up. I don't know why people don't realise that who are in power, but they don't seem to. So everything goes up. And what used to cost us 185 pesos for a barbecue chicken cost us 260 pesos for a barbecue chicken. So our little trip up to see our friend Alfred at the request of Paul cost, I'm sure that you can work it out, nearly 800 pesos. Okay, so that the chicken just for that meal was more than enough for everybody to eat and to still leave Alfred and Marie a meal that she would have the next day and that evening. So we're not going around freeloading on other people, but if you're looking for fault, you'll find it. That's my little grocery trip. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.